Goeiemôre graad 8. Ons begin vandag ons individuele graad 8 lesse, net vir die graad 8. So ons begin met Eksponentwette. Good morning grade 8. We're going to start with Exponent Laws today. Good morning to Lucy as well. She's going to listen to this first lesson of the grade 8's Exponent Laws. Let's start with a bit of terminology, want terminologie is baie belangrik vir ons om die eksponentwette te kan verstaan. Kom ons gaan kyk na 'n mag. 5 tot die mag 2 noem ons 'n mag. That's a power. And a power exists out of a base, a basis of 'n grondtal, and that's the thing that's standing on its feet. And an exponent, the little thing at the top. Dit is 'n eksponent. Wanneer ek hierdie in uitgebreide notasie gaan skryf, is dit 5 maal 5. When I expand this power, it's 5 times 5. And it's very, very important to know the terminology on a power, 'n mag. Dit is nie 5 maal 2 in die graad 8s, dit is 5 maal 5. Met ander woorde, my basis vermenigvuldig ek soveel kere met homself. Very, very important. Maak seker dat julle almal dit baie mooi verstaan. Wanneer ons bewerkings doen met magte, dan kan ons 'n sekere stel reëls gebruik om dit vir ons makliker te maak, and we can name these rules as exponent laws. But to be able to use the exponent laws to do calculations, that's plus, minus, multiplication, division, with powers, there's certain rules that must be checked first. Die eerste eksponentwet wat ons kan gebruik wanneer ons vermenigvuldiging doen met magte lyk so. Hierdie eksponentwet is in terme van veranderlikes. It's with letters of the alphabet. It's a general rule, and at first this looks a little bit difficult, but you will see now that it's actually quite easy. Kom ons gebruik 'n voorbeeld om eksponentwet 1 te verduidelik. Wanneer ek 2 tot die mag 3 maal 2 tot die mag 5 het, dan sê my eksponentwet 1, if I multiply powers with bases that's the same, then I can use exponent law number 1 that tells us if bases are the same, net as basisse dieselfde is, then I can add the exponents. And add the exponents. Although this is a multiplication, I add the exponents. Dit is gelyk aan 2 tot die mag 8. Nie 4 tot die mag 15. The rule, if I apply the rule, basis stays the same. Kyk hier, 2, 2, 2. En eksponentwet 1 sê, as dit 'n vermenigvuldiging bewerking is, tel ek eksponente bymekaar. And that's how I apply exponent law number 1. Kom ons kyk dan nog 'n voorbeeld. 3 tot die mag 4 maal 3. Wanneer daar geen eksponent in 'n magte of in 'n uitdrukking te sien is nie, weet ons die eksponent is altyd 1. Nie 0 nie, because anything to the power of 0 gives you 1. So it's 3 to the power of 1 equals 3. Same rule. Basis stays the same. Add the exponents. Goed. Can you see how we apply exponent law number 1? Kom ons gaan kyk gou-gou na wanneer ek negatiewe basisgetalle het. Dit is baie belangrik. If a negative number is in brackets, this means if I expand this power, it's minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1. And that equals minus 1. Minus times a minus times a minus times a minus times a minus Minus times a minus gives a plus. Times a minus gives a minus. Times a minus gives a plus. Times a minus gives again a minus. Therefore, my answer is minus. So when it's in brackets and the exponent is uneven, the answer will always be minus. If it's an even exponent, the answer will always be plus. So you can remember that. Uneven, minus. Even, plus. If it's a negative base. Say for instance we've got minus 2 to the power of 4. It's always a plus. And 2 to the power of 4 gives me 60. Just be careful. When this is not in brackets, it's a different story. Dan behoort die 5 nie aan die minus nie, so ek gaan skryf vir hom dadelik neer, want hy is daar. Ek kan hom nie weggooi nie. En die 5 behoort net aan die 1. So as ek dan 'n minus 1 tot die mag 4 het, soos hier, is die antwoord minus 1, want die 4 behoort nie aan die minus nie, maar slegs aan die 1. Goed, kom ons kyk na 'n voorbeeld, nog van eksponentwet nommer 1, waar ek 'n bietjie meer uitgebreide terme het. See, again, it's multiplication. And now, I've got coefficients in front of the power. Koëffisiënte voor my magte, dit beteken 'n getalletjie wat vas is aan my mag. So ek het 6 en 'n 2. Hulle is nie dieselfde nie, hulle is wel basisgetalle, hulle is nie dieselfde nie. Therefore, I cannot apply exponent law number 1 to these two. So I do it just as normal. 6 maal 2 is 12. If you go to these two, bases are the same. Exponent law number 1, if bases are the same, add the exponents. Base stays the same, add the exponents. Goed, baie eenvoudig. Laaste voorbeeld. Ek het 2 tot die mag 4 maal x maal 3 tot die mag 5 maal y tot die mag 5 maal 2 tot die mag 3 maal x tot die mag 5. If I scan through this very long power sum, I can draw a line under all the powers that's got the same bases. There's a base 2 and there's a base 2. So let's do exponent law number 1 on these two, because that's the only two that can go together. 2 to the power of 7. Let's go to the other number, 3. Nothing that can go with 3, so it stays exactly. It's multiplication. You can make a point for multiplication. 3 to the power of 5. All alone, no friends. X's, there's one x, another x. Remember, if there's nothing, there's always a 1. X tot die mag 1 maal x tot die mag 5. Exponent law number 1. Basis stays the same. Add 1 plus 5 gives you 6. And y again is all on its own, so it stays exactly the same. And that's your answer. You may not use a calculator, and therefore this is a little bit too big for you to calculate by head, so you can leave it in that form. Graad 8. Juffrou Miller sal vir julle huiswerk sommetjies op die groep sit. Lekker huiswerk doen. Sien julle later.